Look at me, the vlogger.
Destination will be on the right.
All right, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I firstly, it's been a couple of days since I left the Barnes and Noble in Champaign, and I did leave with a few books, and I had some more that I have been like looking for. So we're just gonna do like an all together book haul from the last couple weeks. So yeah, let's get into it. Um, the first book that I got from the bookstore was, hold on, let me grab it one off my shelf because I already read it and whatever. Okay, the first book I got was King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. If you don't know what this book is about, it's about oh my bookmark is still in it. Okay, so I'm just gonna read the excerpt and then like give my take on the book because I did read this, finished it. Yeah. All right. So it says a son returning home, a dangerous debt, secrets about to ignite, and a family about to be consumed by flames. Roman Carruthers left the smoke and fire of his family's crematory business behind in his hometown of Jefferson Run, Virginia. He is enjoying a life of shallow excess as a financial advisor in Atlanta until he gets a call from his sister Nevaeh telling him their father is in a coma after a hit and run accident. When Roman goes home, he learns the accident may not be what it seems. His brother Dante is deeply in debt to two dangerous, ruthless criminals. And that is S.A. Cosby's King of Ashes. This is the third S.A. Cosby book that I have read. I read Razorblade Tears and Blacktop Wasteland. I absolutely loved Razorblade Tears, and Blacktop Wasteland was also really good. This one will probably be third on my list, only because I've only read the two that I just mentioned, and then this one. This book, I don't know, it was good. It was really good, but the other two are just like better, in my opinion. I'll talk more about that book and my thoughts on it in my wrap up at the end of the month, so stay tuned for that. Alright, the next book I grabbed from the bookstore was The Filling Station by Vanessa Miller. I read this book back in April, I believe, and I enjoyed it so much. I had to grab the trophy copy, if you will. This book is about two sisters, one unassuming haven, endless opportunities for grace. Sisters Margaret and Evelyn Justice have grown up in the prosperous Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma, also known as Black Wall Street. In Greenwood, the Justice sister had it all: movie theaters, entertainment venues, beauty shops, and clothing stores, high-profile businesses like law offices, medical clinics, and banks. While Evelyn aspires to head out to the East Coast to study fashion design, recent college grad Marguerite plans to settle in Greenwood, teaching at the local high school, and eventually raising a family. So, I really enjoyed this book when I read it. I the sister Marguerite got on my nerves though. She got on my nerves so bad because she's one of them people that like think because her life went one way, everybody's life should go that way and should follow her. Like the traditional aspects of life, if you will. So college, teaching jobs, stay home, raise a family, all that kind of stuff. But Evelyn, Evelyn wouldn't get down with that. So I highly recommend this book. It's a historical fiction, and it is really, really good. The next book that I grabbed was The Best Man by Malcolm D. Lee, with Jane Allen. This is unfinished business. I think this is like a continuation of the show that was on Peacock. Yeah, so recently divorced and fresh off a Pulitzer Prize win, Harper Stewart is in a new era. He's working on a movie and living the ultimate bachelor life in his Brooklyn penthouse, but still something is missing. What else explains the stubborn creative block, the carousel of women, and the seventh wheel status of his friends. Jordan Armstrong had to flee New York, first to give herself distance from Harper, and second to escape the corporate grind. In her beachfront Malibu home, the facade of a healed Jordan flourishes, yet she finds herself unmoored. Despite living across the country, she still feels Harper's magnetic pull. So I'm not going to read the rest of it, but yeah. The Best Man by Malcolm D. Lee. I also got that. Isaac's Song by Daniel Black. I read Don't Cry for Me probably in May or June. I don't really remember, but this is the second book. I really enjoyed Don't Cry for Me. It was really, really nice. And this is I think his response, I don't really know. Oh, that's cute. Yellow and red. Yeah, so let's read this excerpt if you don't know what it is about. Isaac is at a crossroads in his young life. Growing up in Missouri, the son of a autistic, hard-driving father, he was conditioned to suppress his artistic pursuits and physical desires. But now in the late 80s Chicago, Isaac has finally carved out a life of his own and built up the courage to seek out a community. Yet, just as he begins to embrace who he is, two social catalysts, the AIDS crisis and Rodney King attack, collectively extinguish his hard-earned joy. At a therapist's encouragement, Isaac begins to write down his story. As he taps into his creative energy, he commences a journey back to his family, his ancestral home in Arkansas, and the inherited trauma of the past. But a surprise discovery will either unlock the truth he's seeking or threaten to derail the life he's fought so hard to claim. Poignant, sweeping, and luminously told, Isaac's Song is a return of the beloved characters of Don't Cry for Me, and a high watermark in the career of an award-winning author. Whoa. So that was the fourth book. And I also got Junie by Aaron Crosby Eckstein. I don't know what this is about, but I see a lot of the bookish community talking about it. They say it's super, super good. It is another historical fiction book. And I'm really excited to read it because I don't know what it's about. That's cute. So, alright, let's see what Junie's talking about. A young girl must face a life A young girl must face a life-altering decision after awakening her sister's ghost, navigating truths about love, friendship, and power as the Civil War looms. 16 years old and enslaved since she was born, Junie has spent her life on Bellarine Plantation in Alabama, cooking and cleaning alongside her family and tending to the white master's daughter, Violet. Her daydreams are filled with poetry and faraway worlds, while she spends her nights secretly roaming through the forest, consumed with grief over the sudden death of her sister, Minnie. So yeah, that's what Junie says. I'm not going to read too much because I want to go in kind of blind. So yeah. And then I also grabbed a few books from my regular Barnes & Noble. And those three are, well, we'll start with The Other Princess by Denny S. Bryce. My daughter picked this for me. She said it looked like something that I would read or that I would enjoy. So this one says, a stunning portrait of an African princess raised in Queen Victoria's court and adapting to life in Victorian England, based on the real-life story of a recently rediscovered historical figure, Sarah Forbes Bonetta. And I also want to go into this kind of blind. So that's all I'm going to read about this. It seems to be a true story, based on a true story. So that's fun. Next book I grabbed was Looking for Smoke by K.A. Cobble. I found this one at Target actually, and it was super cute. Nice cover. This one is about since moving to the Blackfeet Reservation with her parents, Mara Rossetti has felt like an outsider, taunted by her tight knit classmates for growing up far away. So when Mara is included in a traditional Blackfeet giveaway to honor a local girl's missing sister, she thinks she'll finally make some friends. Instead, a girl from the giveaway, Samantha Whitetail, is found murdered. So I think they have to figure out who murdered her, why, all that jazz. Super fun, little thriller. And I got Game On by Ceresia Glass. This one is when an unexpected player 2 enters her life, a gamer must decide if their relationship is worth leveling up. It sounds kind of fun. Um, yeah, and that's the only reason I grabbed it, because the cover was cute. I haven't read anything by any of these authors, I don't think, except for Daniel Black and S.A. Cosby. The rest of them are new to me authors. Yeah. But I don't know if can you guys comment down below? This one says author of the Love Kind. I don't know if I'm supposed to read the Love Kind first and then Game On, or if it matters really. I don't know. Comment down below and let me know. Alright, and we have come to the end of this video. I thank you so much if you've made it this far. Be sure to comment down below. Tell me if you've read any of these books or plan to. Tell me if you plan to read any of them, or any of them look interesting to you. Be sure to let me know down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.